What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick 50 with my compadre.
Polo J within the Red Corner Boxing.
You
Welcome.
know what it is. Yes,
Welcome.
sir. He said some other shit earlier. Como estás? Not good at that shit.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
There you go. There you go. There you go. I just know I be hearing it on my kid shows. Dora. All I know is swipe or don't swipe. That's it. We
Hello.
back with another episode of the Judges Table, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Today is going to be a very, very interesting one. Today, we got to attend. Shout out to PBC for allowing us to attend the presser for CHARLO versus CASTANO. JERMELL CHARLO to be exact, and Brian Castano to be exact as well. Shout out to both of those guys. Hope it be a spectacular performance. I believe it's what? Is it next weekend?
It's next weekend.
I don't see it being an easy fight for JERMELL. I don't see it being an easy fight for Castano. But I do know one of them guys are going to want it more than the other. I can't necessarily say who, but I've been studying both fights, and I haven't seen Brian Castano waver his style of fighting yet. You know, and he can get knocked down, get back up, and turn the whole fight around.
See, Charlo has a tendency to play down to his opponents. That's how he got beat. Like, what is it, by Harrison? That's how he got beat, by playing down to his competition instead of doing what he needed to do to get that man up out of there. I actually see that happening again.
You think that may happen? You think he may toy with him a little too much and let it get away from him?
If he does, he's going to lose on points. That's how that usually goes with that man. And I don't see nothing different happening. Like, I want him to win. He's the home team. You know how we are about American fighters. We want him to win. We want him to win. But sometimes they have bad traits and bad characteristics that great fighters don't tend to usually show.
So you feel that JERMELL is gonna have the option to play with this guy, and you think he's gonna take that option and go a little too far with it when he should be capitalizing?
Exactly. It's something that, hell, I can say for my Kansas City Chiefs. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we toy with. When I know for a fact we could be blowing people out by 28 or 35, there's no reason for it to be a 7-point game or a 3-point game.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with Green Bay. Green Bay does the same thing.
You stay off my team. I can speak about my team. You can't do that. But no, I get what you're saying. You're saying, you know, don't play with your food.
Don't play with
your food. Before long, it's gonna get cold. Right?
That's exactly.
You may end up throwing it. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. You may end up throwing it away all the way. I totally get that, but I don't. To be honest with you, and I can't be wrong, but I do not see him having an option. Now, granted, the reach is there. I think he has about a 5-inch reach difference. I don't remember the height. Forgive me, but I do know Castano has like a 6'9" inch. And I believe 67 inch or something like that. And I believe CHARLO is maybe 5'9" with a 72 reach. 72 inch, I mean. So, but if he could utilize that, it may be an easy night. But when I saw Brian Castano fight back in February, he fought Teixeira, I can't say his name properly. Teixeira. When he fought Teixeira, that dude had major reach, and he stayed in Teixeira chops. I'm talking about, it was like they was joined at the hip. When he took a step back, he took a step forward. He was not getting out of range of that man. That man was landing at will. Then it made me a fan because I like that come forward style, especially when you have sense. You got sense enough to go to the body, go to the head, and it looks like he has a nice patent left hook to the body that seems to have been knocked down quite a few of his opponents with just that shot, or had him running back. He Shera with that shot, and he just kept running to the point where the ref almost stopped the fight because he literally turned his back and ran. So now people say, who is it Castano's fault? You know how we feel about that over here. That's a load of crap. It doesn't matter who he fought. What matters is that fighter is fighting you.
Mm-hmm.
How did he get there? That's the thing. By proving himself, people tend to forget that. You can't just quote a person's record and then that person's in front of you and then try to downplay who he fought. The fact of the matter is he's fighting you. So I hope he's not playing down. I hope not. I hope he's taking this fight serious because I don't think Brian Castano is taking it. The man said the minute he heard the fight, which was back in February, because like I said, they was already during the fight talking about him fighting JERMELL. So when he got the word during the presser, he said, I flew straight to California. And I've been in California training for this fight ever since. So it's been about 6 months. Right?
That shows determination. That shows hunger. That shows will. Like, that's something I can't speak on the man's training habits, but I don't get that impression from Charlo.
No, you couldn't get much of a read off him in his presser, except that. Well, I'll get to that, but we'll get to that. But at the same time, like I said, you don't get much of a read off of them. You kind of get the same answers from both twins about, hey, can't not hurt them. They grew up poor, this and the third, and all that. But you never hear nothing about a game plan, which I don't blame nobody telling a game plan. But you'll never hear them speak about their skills, so to speak.
Skills and improvements. What have you done that makes you better than the last fight that you had?
Right, or at least state that. Go ahead. Which I'm sorry.
No, my bad. I was just about to say I never hear that, and it's almost like they denigrate themselves into the position to where people automatically are always going to question them, but it's their fault.
Right.
And I just don't get it, and I don't understand it. But maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not meant to understand.
Yeah, it's almost like you could at least get the tidbits of how you felt on stuff you could have improved from the last fight. You don't have to give the game plan, but it's like, wow, But most definitely from Brian Castano, he gave the right. He answered the questions correctly that you would think a fighter would answer it. But I also he felt like some of the questions was kind of redundant. Like, yeah, what do you think? I'm taking this serious. What do you mean? Do I want one of the best authors? Yeah, I want them all. I want all the glory. Yeah, that's what I'm doing it for. It tripped me out how he answered the question. I'm like, okay, I hear you. I see you. Like, yeah, he showed some enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I've been here for 6 months training. What'd he say? I was off for 1 month, started right back training. Like, this is a nonstop thing. So I get that. And I also like that he didn't underestimate Charlo. He said that he's big. I believe one of the questions was having that you fought a bigger and rangy fighter like Charlo. Do you think that will help you a lot? And he answered, he said, Teixeira is strong, but he thinks Charlo may be stronger and he's naturally bigger. So they're two different dudes. See, that lets me know he's doing his homework. Some people take that for granted though. They'll think because they fought a tall, rangy fighter and all of them are the same, and they're not.
They're not, and that just speaks to preparation. Excuse me. In the presser, his responses to some of the things that were asked of him were just so nonchalant to where it was almost irritating. Okay, I get it. You probably don't want to be there. I get that. But we all have a job to do. The sooner I can do mine, the sooner you can do yours, and the sooner we can go on about our day. That's the way I was looking at it. But no, he chose to make it into something that it wasn't. Mm-hmm. And I've never understood that about him nor his brother. I've just never understood that.
I don't know. It's like they came in the game with a chip. Like people are always gonna look down. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with childhood. People always look down on them, like they weren't gonna be successful or they weren't. You know, who knows? But my thing is, don't take it out on the press. Hence the name of the show, Press or Pressure. Are you feeling that much pressure to where you lashing out? Like I don't understand. You know, they were all, to me, they were all legit questions. A couple of questions that he answered weren't even the initial questions that he made it go that way. Yeah. You know, a guy asked him about, you know, he was like, "Oh, what about your pound for pound list?" The guy wasn't asking about the pound for pound list, but he said, "Okay, you want to go there? Well, let's go there." Right. And the answers that was given is like they're so nonchalant and so
antiquated.
What you say?
Antiquated.
Yeah, like yeah. I'm a lost words because I got a word I want to say, and I got a word you know what I'm saying? I can't say it. But like it makes no sense or whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just to be like that, like you just a grumpy Gus. You're like grumpy Smurf. You're like but then after the fight, you're like a Care Bear. You know what I'm saying? Like now you want to answer the questions. Now you know, like I never understood that about them. And for instance, what's the point? Now I was gonna hold this off for a little bit, but I don't think today's show gonna be too long. But I will say this: the part that I did not like, and I was hoping that we could have got in and got our questions in. Why throw other fighters under the bus?
We going there.
Yeah, we gonna go there. We gonna go there, sir. I'm looking right at you. We're going there, sir.
Well,
okay. Yeah, we gonna go there, buddy, because I didn't understand the sense of bringing up Bud, trying to go down his resume as if you were optional to fight him once upon a time, or are you going to go down and wait and fight him to define that man's career? Because I feel like when a man speaks on another man, you can't speak on his past. That's his past. Mm-hmm. The only thing you should be able to speak about is if you ever going to fight him, and are you going to be one of the people to define his career and say, "I told you he's not what y'all said he was."
You know, I see something troubling it, and it's been brewing for years now. Have you noticed? It's like the suburban schools versus the city schools. You know, top ranked PBC. It seems like everybody over there on the PBC side. I'm not meaning to say everybody, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Right. They have this snarky attitude about them, like they belong where they're at. They just belong there. They're entitled to what they have, almost as if it was just given. They didn't earn it. But with Al, I mean not with Al, but with Bob and with Bud, it's a lot more humble. It's a lot more humble.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. And let me put this out there first and foremost. If it was Bud up there saying that, I would say the same thing about Bud. Are you gonna go up and fight him while you're throwing him under the bus? I never understand in any profession why would a man talk down on another man and then bring his past up and then say, "Well, that's y'all, not me." No, that's you. Nobody else brung that up. It must bother you. And if you don't care about the pound for pound list, and then why bring it up in the beginning? Because like I said, the question wasn't even going in that way. And my thing also, let your skills talk. Let your skills do the talking.
Well, that goes into something that we've discussed. When your persona overshadows your skill, I believe he's gotten to the where his skills no longer do the talking for him. He has to have this bombastic attitude about him just to be able to sell his fights now, because everybody knows what they're going to get.
Well, that's the thing. I think right there, you hit it. He can shine. His skills can shine. That's all totally up to him. But I think the persona has become real to him. Most fighters will do this, come up with the bad boy mentality to sell fights.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Bob Arum even made a comment that he wants Bud to open his mouth and help sell fights. Right?
Right.
So that persona's always helped. People forget Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd wasn't talkative like that. He just told facts. Then when he became Money Mayweather, that was a persona that was needed to keep the train rolling. Right? Mm-hmm. But like I said, you don't hear about the money that he gives to schools, turkeys to people, and all that stuff. Floyd does all of that, right? Yeah. But people, if you don't read up, you'll think Floyd was just an all-around a-hole. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, are they trying to pawn this off as real? And if this is them, if this is their attitude, if they have always been like this, then I don't think they could blame anybody for their persona overshadowing their skills in, because that means that they're putting forth that effort to put themselves out to be recognized as again, a term I can't say, but real, boop, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what to say about that. The only thing I can say about it, like from the words of the great Kobe, you know, when you're good, when you're bad, don't nobody care at all. Mm-hmm. They don't care what comes out your mouth. When you're good, people watch you, but they still don't care. When you're great, they gonna hate, baby. Mm-hmm. You know, so you soak that in. I don't understand the blunt replies and want to go at people. Then when they go at you, you want to be mad. Like, it does not work. You know what I'm saying? And then it gives the media something to eat up, and that's you magnifying your persona.
You know, there's this old adjective that says that all publicity is good publicity. I don't think so. I don't think so.
That only works in certain instances.
Mm-hmm. Because there comes a point when your reputation is on the line.
Right.
And the reputation that they have at this point is hard to deal with.
Right.
Anybody who has that reputation does not last long. Honestly, the man has 35 fights, and I think he's only lost one. I can only name probably 3 or 4 fights.
I think that's true. But that's most of them. That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of them want to hurry up and pass the next one or be above the next one. But the only person they call out is Bud about his resume. But if you go look at most of their resumes, it's like, okay, now. Mm-hmm. As of right now, the one they got the most strength in their resume would be, to be honest with you, is Sean Porter. Because he's fought most in his class that he came in with. And then you got Earl, you know what I'm saying? Because of his last stream of fights, you know, his last 5 or so fights, right? And then Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? But he been gone a while, so nobody talks about that. But that's still within 3 to 5 fights, though. When you compare 3 to 5 fights to your entire record, come on now, you get what I'm saying? So who are you? That's calling with the kettle. What they say, calling the kettle calling the pot black. Yeah,
I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem, but it's a problem that I don't make enough to address or deal with. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's a fact. But I being a fan of boxing, before anybody try to say Slick 50 biased, if you know me, no, I'm not biased. I want to see, like you said, we want to see the Charlos win. It's just that I've always seen this from afar. I always thought maybe like it was just a character. But then when it was up close and personal, it was like, is this really him?
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like, is this really how this guy act? And then he said, then he went on and said, I don't know, y'all just hate us for all sorts of reasons. Like maybe it was money, and I'm paraphrasing, but then the one that got me, or maybe you even want a twin, so that's why y'all hate us because you ain't got a twin. And like I said, that's the one that hit me in the head. Like, so do you really feel like your persona is overshadowing your skills? And if you feel that way, that's you giving those vibes off. Nobody's making this jacket and putting it on you.
You know, there's very few words in the English language that I hate. Very few. One happens to be the word insecurity.
Okay.
I hate it because it projects other people's opinions onto yourself. I get that. But there comes a time when insecurity happens to show its ugly head through the way that you speak.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that was a level of insecurity that he showed today. A level of, if you want to call it, vulnerability. He's not too secure or sure about his own legacy to where he has to project certain things and certain, gimmicks and things like that to make it seem like he's more than what he is. And that's not to say that he's not a good fighter. He's a phenomenal fighter, very phenomenal fighter. But I don't think that he's cracked the level of greatness that is required to be considered an all-time great. You are a professional, sir. You are held in regard over us regular mortal men. Let's just call it what it is. You put another man pound for pound number one above yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how true it is, but you never do that. Especially if it's a man that you want to fight.
Facts.
That I've seen things like, I'm into the psychology of boxing.
Right.
So seeing something like that automatically puts you out of the top 5 for pound for me. Automatically. You don't have that exact hunger right now. You're one of Floyd's children, so it's all about the paycheck. And that's
I get what you're saying there, because if you put Bud next to him, it's like, Bud is more about action, and like I say, your persona is overshadowing you because your mouth running. And I don't mean that no disrespect, but your mouth running and people paying more what's coming out your mouth than what you're doing in that ring. They're waiting on the next antic, the next thing you gonna say wrong, the next, Bud chooses to say, all he got to say is, you'll see when I get in that ring. And he shows it. Then people will have something to say about who he fought. They don't ever say that he got him out of there. They don't never show how he got him out of there, how that man adjusted and all that. And there was men that was Bud wasn't supposed to stop. He stopped everybody. He's accomplished what you're going to accomplish. And I'm saying you're going to accomplish. I'm calling it for you. You be unified. I mean, undisputed. He's done that. To be fair, like my compadre just said, he can only recall about 5 fights you had. Most people say the same thing for Bud. I only can recall like Bud last 5 fights. So in fairness, to throw another person under the bus kind of shows what he said, a bit of insecurity. To worry about a pound for pound lists have been subjective forever. My pound for pound list may not have nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, given the way today is, it's a trip. It's a trip. I agree with Bob when they brung up these guys, and he said, don't speak about them in the same breath as a Hagler, as a Sugar Ray. I agree with that, because these guys really, Hagler went, 40 and something before getting a real title shot and getting noticed. Dominated the middleweight division. Yes, right? Sir. Was unified.
Yes.
All right. He was unified. So and then he finally got great fights, but he was persistent. It took people to come down and say, give him a title shot. You know, so, but if he was, oh, they don't love me, they don't this, they don't that, you know, of course, at 10 years, you go open your mouth and say, I don't know what I got to do to get a title shot if I've been number one for everybody and you keep passing me up. Now I can see if you had them type of problems. But what I saw was you were asked a question and you pined it off to another man and threw him under the bus. And nobody's willing to fight him. Again, now it'd be different. You said it because you about to announce what after this fight you're gonna go down. You fight him
for his,
or have y'all been talking? He gonna go up. Let us know who he was. Inquired man's will know because
are you going up down? Which one is it?
A lot of people are baffled. That was the biggest thing as of why. Like, why would you say that? We get. You said that because he was on their pound for pound list, but there's plenty of people on that pound for pound list, right?
And like you said, the pound for pound list is so damn subjective. You could be pound for pound number one today and be number 5 tomorrow. It could change just like that. It changes just as fast as the wind blows, man.
Like, for instance, I felt like he was so riled up he didn't even pay attention to the dude that was talking, because my guy said, he said you had Josh Taylor on there. The guy messed himself up kind of because he said, well, we didn't put Josh Taylor on there until he became undisputed. Like, so because he got belts, you just gonna throw him on there? Like, no, that means you was never paying attention to this guy. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So how did he end up on a pound for pound? Okay, how many belts he got? If you didn't know him until he got them belts, you know, I would ate him up on that. But his reply was, no, y'all had him on there before. Sometimes you gotta listen so you know who trying to agitate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I just don't understand why that became the topic of discussion, because
he drove it that way.
Yeah, he did. If you feeling some type of way about the pound for pound list, it's up to you to do something about it.
How to do a demonstration. You know what I'm saying?
If you go pound for pound, then maybe July 17th, down there in the great state of Texas, you need to make an example of Castanano.
Yeah, it'll say it's time for a demonstration. You know, sorry, Castano.
I'm sorry.
Make a demonstration out of you. That's what every boxing fan wants to hear from their favorite boxer. Not all the harsh talk, brass talk, because what ends up happening is you end up with more gold around your neck than you do around your waist.
Where do you want the gold, man? Where do you want the gold? That's a common question that we should ask. Where do these boxers want the gold?
For real.
Do you want it around your neck, or do you want it around your waist? You can have both. It's not like you can't have both. But which one is more important to you?
Right. And like I said, this is a history in the making. So I definitely want him. You know, and it's huge. It's huge coming back from the loss of Tony. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Becoming unified. And it's just large. And I want him to be that pay-per-view guy, because I don't see how you got 3 belts and you're not a pay-per-view guy yet. So
but that's a persona.
Well, you gotta look in the, like I said, you gotta look in the mirror. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and just be like, you know what? I'm finna go ham. But to be great, one thing I can tell you this: I can teach you to be good, but I can't teach you to be great. Great comes from within. That's why some people don't have it. Some people do. You know, you gotta have that will, that hunger to be great. It's not. That's when you see certain people let go of the luxuries and all of that. That don't matter. It's either it's about this boxing, or I'm gonna worry about what people think about me.
You know, that reminds me of a wonderful scene I seen in the movie Creed 2. You know, he got busted up, whatever. All that stuff was good. The gym, everything good. But it wasn't until he went out there and became comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
In the harsh conditions, training in the desert, 100-degree weather, running through the sand, all this.
Oh yeah.
Putting his
When he
foot
broke
in
him.
yeah. Getting into
Mm-hmm.
the tire, going them body shots,
Mm-hmm.
going ham. He became comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's when it finally hit him. Going them body shots.
Right.
I have to do this to be great. This is the cost of being great. Greatness has a great cost, and he was willing to pay it.
Right.
I don't see that right now, and it's sad, but it's okay. It's okay. Like you said, we all don't have it.
Right. 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 But I think he does. I just think it's a matter of a choice. Like, and these are all just opinions.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know JERMELL or Jamal, what goes through their head. All we can do is make opinions, which is worth 2 cents in the bucket about fighters. That's what we do. But at the end of the day, one thing that's for sure and two things for certain. In order to be great is a personal choice.
Yes, it is.
You can't have both. You can't be a showboater. You can't go to the club, drink. And I'm not saying these things I'm naming has nothing to do with JERMELL CHARLO, okay? I'm just saying this is with any profession. If you want to be the best at it, you got to eat, sleep, that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want it that bad. And I think maybe he makes that decision because that's a heck of a think about it. If you really think about it in retrospect, that's a heck of a comeback. Lost to Tony, lost to Harrison, which I feel like he should never lost that, but he did because he did lose it. And then came back, won, and then you get the belts. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. And
This make for a great story, bro. And then on top of that, you're gonna make history in your home state.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that with a stick. All of that should be spelling greatness. But in the press conference, you worry about persona. My guy was trying to give him praise. He brought up Winky Wright and his road to the Hall of Fame, all that stuff. Do you think this is your ride? You know, this, that, and the third. And the answer was, well, we came in only two twins that got belts. That was history. We get that twin thing, but you're the one that's going to be undisputed. And the path to get there is that you created for yourself is pretty nice. Don't nobody like to lose, but to come back after a loss and then be like, oh, I'm undisputed now. What can y'all say about that? Nobody's going to be able to say nothing about that.
Nobody. Nobody.
Right. But what the media going to say is if the mouth start being wrong, that's all they're going to focus on. So sometimes we create our own dilemmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes the demons that we face are just man-made demons.
Sometimes we don't always need to say, I told you so.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to shut the hell up.
Yep. Sometimes you just need to look at them and do this, raise that bell high on some Triple H. What? For real? Am I lying?
You're not lying.
Sometimes silence is loud as hell. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, and I'm just telling you from a true fan, I won't see JERMELL do this. This will be dope. And then I'll be eager to see what he's going to do with it afterwards. Is he going to let him go? Is he going to go up and wait? Or is he going to continue to just try to dominate the division? You know?
It's triple.
Earl said he was going to go up, didn't he? So if rumor says, well, we're going to say rumor says Earl was going to go up. And I think he said then he was going to go up. Which I don't want him to go up because I would like to see him and Earl fight. This buddy system got to go.
You know what? That's
I would like to see that fight.
That's you know, I'm pretty sure Sugar Ray hung around with Hearns or Hagler occasionally, or Duran. They've had dinner together. I know they probably have. Probably.
Well, not Duran and Sugar Ray. No.
Well,
I doubt them two.
retrospectively, we know this.
Yeah.
But but you get what I'm saying. But once that time came to get between those four ropes.
Oh yeah, you ain't my friend.
Friendship is only after that bell.
Right.
Depending on how you feel about this ass whooping I'm about to put on you.
Right.
Right. That's all it depends on. So if you can handle the ass whooping I'm about to put on you, or vice versa, I can handle the ass whooping you about to put on me, we could be friends. We could go to Disneyland. We can have the kids over for a pool party, all that shit. But as soon as that bell rings, your ass is mine.
Yeah, man, because in the sport of boxing, it should be like that. It's a sport. It's a sport. If you got to be angry in boxing to have a fight in boxing, you're not going to last.
You're not going to.
Not going to last. Somebody going to get the best of you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So it should be like that. Most anger after boxing come from because they felt cheated, slighted in some way. I get that. But these fights, I want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see, like say, I hate that Sean Porter, like he said, he apologized to Bud for making it seem like Bud didn't want that fight. You know what I'm saying? And that fight could have happened, and Sean let it be known. You know what I'm saying? That it could have happened. I would love to have seen that fight, and we still can see a fight, but we don't know. Well, I don't know why we can't now. I don't know what's going on, but we'd love to see that. That's why I like Sean Porter's attitude. Like he does not have that wherewithal where I'm going to hate you afterwards type stuff. But when he get in that ring, he is the true definition of what we saying.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a gentleman outside the ring, but when he get in that ring, he's a monster.
It's like that with very few fighters now.
Yeah.
Everybody is friends. I don't get this. I don't get it.
No, you could be friends, but at the same time, it's a sport, man. You gotta be able to handle it. It's not like 4 or 5 dudes can get together and say we're gonna coast like this. The Army. This ain't the buddy system. We can't just coast through together.
No,
especially when in the same weight divisions. Now, if 2 brothers, I get, that's not gonna happen. But come on, man. Some of you guys. Not these guys, not this group, but it's been people who became friends in boxing because they met each other, but they didn't know each other's in the amateurs or none of that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And even so, that to me, if you're good, like me and Polo come up in the amateurs together and we land in the welterweight, then we go to middleweight, bruh, and he's number 1 and I'm number 2, oh, we gonna bang that out.
Well, you got no truth.
To me, because that just proved that everything me and this man talked about coming up, you know what we were saying, nigga, we the best.
It just proves us to be right.
Right. So that fight has to happen.
I would duck Slick. I would
see what I'm saying? But that's what happens today. You get what I'm saying? That's what happens today. Nah, I'm cool. No, what y'all saying was right. What y'all said was right, bro. Like, so that fight has to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it just never materialized, none of that stuff. And we weren't beating up on JERMELL. Like I said, man, it just, like I said, again, firsthand, and like I said, I appreciate the invite to the pressure, and I hope many more come. But at the same time, I really thought I felt like this was more of him than the character. I thought them guys were just trying to be tough guys for the camera and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But this felt
real.
Dude. Yeah, this felt like, and I think he's not understanding why people worry about how he act, but then when you hear the answers coming out his mouth,
you understand it.
Yeah, you giving him that. You're giving it to him. You're giving him the ammo. You're giving the ammo of, like what I said, that should never materialize in my head for me to say, dang, he threw Bud under the bus.
It's so crazy because I had texted you doing that. I was like, are you recording this? What is going on? That was so unnecessary. That was unprofessional almost. Like, I
Yeah.
get it, it's the fight game. I get you want to have one up on all your opponents or whatever, but
He's not an opponent.
he's not an opponent.
Not in the same weight division. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, are you gonna go down? Let us know. Like, why'd you roll on him like that? Talking about Kell Brook is about the only silent fighter on his resume. Okay, but are you gonna go down and fight him, or are you in talks of him coming up? Let us know, because I was eager to hear that next or something, because I could not understand how. I understood it came from the pound for pound list, but it was like, okay, say his name and move on. But you went in his resume. This is that and the third. I was more mad about the Josh Taylor thing, because the guy even said he didn't get on the pound for pound list until he became undisputed, which means y'all didn't care about Josh Taylor no time before that.
You know, a couple of things reared their ugly heads today. The ugly head of insecurity with JERMELL CHARLO and the unequivocal biasness of the media.
Yeah.
I think that is a problem. Because if I was watching that as Josh Taylor, I would actually be offended by that.
Thank you. Exactly. There you go. There you go.
I would be offended by that, because that means you never gave a damn about my body of work until I got these leather belts. When I had a remarkable resume even before that, you weren't paying attention to me. So I would have a problem if I was Josh Taylor. I would have a problem.
Yeah, as he should. But I will say this: the media is doing a job, and I hope Charlo. I hope you remember this. So don't be mad at me. All I'm doing is repeating with facts. Hey, I ain't nobody even be taking no advice from. But like I said, if you great, they gonna hate, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, people want to see your skills. Don't give them nothing the run off at the mouth about. Like I said, this is one channel. I ain't gonna be biased from nobody. So if you say something out of line, we gonna talk about you. We gonna talk about you. You know, real talk. So at the end of the day, like, I don't know if it's like I said. At first, I thought it was just an image, a tough guy image. But if this is you, you got to understand. Sit back, like Mike say, look in the mirror. You giving them the ammo, G. You giving them the ammo. You know what I'm saying? This Slick 50 right now, not the YouTube guy, none of that. I'm telling you for real, G. Sometimes you gotta sit back and not understand. You know, you rub people the wrong way, and it sucks that sometimes if that's really you and you can't be yourself. But shoot, some instances we just gotta be mindful about our surroundings. You know, and that's why I say pound for pound lists are very subjective. I don't think boxers should pay them any mind, but you don't get paid off of it. It don't do nothing for you.
It's like the football players in the Pro Bowl.
Right, exactly. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Pro Bowl, you know don't matter. It's the week before Super Bowl Sunday. Would you rather be playing on the Pro Bowl, or would you rather be hoisting up a trophy or a championship?
The only thing that matters is them 3 straps you got, and you get this 4th.
That's true.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing, young blood. That's it. Get what matters, and that's them straps. Period. You know what I'm saying? We at the 44-minute mark of the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you got any questions that you would like us to elaborate on, or if you want to get on here and talk strictly about the conversation that we're having, or you want to talk nothing but boxing, feel free. But right now we got Big Rob on the screen. I think he said it holding down for Earl if Earl tried to duck him. Well, but that was a heck of a setup, because that could work out in reverse. If anything, that was added pressure, because if a dude that weak, then it should be no problem for Earl.
It should be no problem at all. Duck and
If he
butt.
duck, yeah, ducking butt, it shouldn't be a problem at all, whatsoever.
I
Right?
I don't understand all this ducking, honestly, because you want a pay-per-view fight, Charlo. You want one. When's the last time
Right.
you had a pay-per-view fight?
I don't think he did he ever have one?
I don't think he's had one.
Right.
Everything's been PBC or Fox or Showtime.
Facts.
So, brother,
Facts.
it's about time for you to start getting that purse up.
Yeah, and like I said, but that start with the skills.
That starts with the skills. Yes.
He
And
does said, man, go ahead, bro. I'll finish up.
go ahead.
The real he does said, man, Pat gonna KO him, shaking my damn head, imagine, laugh my ass off.
Okay.
That may be true, but I tell you this, Earl got a heck of a story too. To come back from an accident like that, to fight Danny Garcia, which is a name, which even though I felt like he was very flat-footed, but then to go on and take this guy, that speaks volumes if he win. You know, because you gotta think it'd be a heck of a story. Sell it like this. If you saw that car, everybody felt like Earl was dead. Everybody did. So if he taking his life serious, like he got a second chance at life, all these gifts he had could have been gone. So I'm telling you, he probably taking some of that just like that, and he putting his best foot forward because all this could be gone. You know, he could have ended up like Paul Williams in a wheelchair and had to sit on the sideline and say that could have been me. So I'm pretty sure Earl taking it seriously now. Now, Pac-Man though, oh man, that's just a natural gift. That man stay in shape. From what I saw on video today, he's looking very, very fast. I just think it's gonna be about the old man gas tank. That's what I think it's gonna be about.
You know, the old man gas tank is an issue, but I'm seeing people saying that Pac-Man has no chance at all, and I'm like, okay, now when does experience actually come into play? Because Pac-Man has seen it all and he's fought it all.
This is true.
All of it. What makes Earl Spence any more special than a Miguel Cotto?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Well, he's a bit bigger. I give him that. He's a bit bigger. He got a quicker jab. But the heavier load up shots, you can kind of see him coming. You know, whatever. But that's about it. Now I'll just point out a little bit of differences. There is some little bit of differences. But
those differences are so minute that they cancel each other out. They're not that big of a difference.
And he's southpaw. And he is a southpaw.
Okay.
He's southpaw, so that's gonna work in his favor a little bit. Because that means his face out of range for a lot of the shots that Pacquiao like to throw. But he gotta try to land on Pacquiao. Pacquiao don't stay still, man. He don't, man. You know, we'll see when he catch a nice flush shot from Earl. We'll see how he reacts to that. You know, and I ain't saying that it's gonna be ugly because when he caught a flush shot from Cotto, he ate it like a champ. He went to work after that.
More.
Yeah, he went to work after that. You know, so we'll see. And the reason he's saying Cotto because Cotto's like the closest we can get on his resume to compare to Earl. I don't see nobody else on his resume to compare to Earl. So in case people were wondering, but E-Dub said when they had their pay-per-view, what I'm trying to remember, it's like part of me says that Charlos did have a pay-per-view, and then part of me says they didn't. He said when they had their pay-per-view, Lions Den or Charlos Productions, whatever. I don't know, E-Dub. Are you saying they did have one? And I hate sound like I don't know my stuff right now, but that's the point we're trying. That's the point we're trying to make when these guys are trying to call each other resumes. It's like, come on, man.
Can you even
whatever
you?
And, then the fans they get to riding with him, and he fought this, and I'm like, tell me who he fought. Okay, he does say, yeah, they did have one. They must didn't do too well then.
What double card?
You're right. You're right. It was a co-main event. I remember. That was the one where Tony Harrison lost. That's when Tony Harrison he lost. He lost. Wasn't that was
3 years ago? Was that
3 years? His brother won, and then he lost. You're right. I knew some part of me said they had one. I just can remember. You're right.
You're right, but you see, you have to do all this to even remember.
Mikey Garcia going right for real, right? Exactly. That's why I said the numbers didn't do too good because they didn't have no more. He said Mike Garcia going back down.
I don't see him going.
I thought he was going up. Look at that, Paulo.
Hold on.
Mikey Garcia going down. See what you found. I thought he was going up in weight. Yeah, I remember that because I remember they was talking about co-main event, and one of them was like, "No, ain't no co-main event. We both the main event." Because one didn't feel like the other one was up under was the main event. You know what I'm saying? I remember that, bro. Oh man, yeah, I remember that. But man, Mikey going down. He going back down because he see that tank. He see where the money at. If he going down because he see the money, he see Tank going back down to 135, and we got some info that fight. Everybody saying October, but it may be happening on Christmas. That Ryan Garcia fight. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna give you the for sure thing on that. But inside is telling us Christmas.
That's what I'm hearing.
But if Mikey's going down, it's because he see the money. He see the money down there. And he see there's gonna be a snowball of money. You can also try spelling. Man, I wasn't talking to you, Siri.
I don't see anything. All I see is set up for Mikey Garcia versus Regis Progress.
At what weight?
In negotiation for
Regis Progress is what? Welterweight or something like. Hey, he's small.
140. 140. Welterweight, yeah.
Yeah, he welterweight. So that's probably okay. He going down to fight him. Okay, I see what you're saying. He's saying going back down from when he fought Earl. Okay, that's cool. But I think the money would be him going up. Mikey got the name to clear. Mikey got the name. Mikey got that name, and Mikey can box.
Mikey is a dangerous opponent.
Damn right. Mikey can box anybody, and I'm betting money he may have lost to Earl. But that was a small man coming up. 2-weight. What was it? 2-weight classes. The fight that I believe was 2-weight class. I could be wrong, but he to fight that man. And Earl got praises on that as if he fought someone that was naturally that size. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does say it, Progress. Yeah, right on. I love to see that Progress. That's gonna be nice, bro. That's gonna be a fight. But I'm be real with you. I'm going with Mikey on that though. But that's gonna be a good fight.
Don't you think that it's kind of embarrassing that recently a lot of these smaller fighters have been going up 2 or 3 divisions, and the fighters in those divisions can't actually put them away?
Yeah, and even if they may lose, but they don't get knocked down.
They don't get knocked down.
That's what be tripping me out, bro.
Don't you think that's a little embarrassing?
I thought Earl was gonna knock out Mikey. I was like, Mikey can box, but if he get flat footed, Earl gonna knock him out. Earl couldn't take him out.
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, and I give all praise to Mexicans because they got some hard heads, boy.
Breaking news. Josh Taylor versus Bud Crawford, top ranked on ESPN Plus this fall in Las Vegas.
Ooh. You heard it first, baby.
Break
Breaking. Yep, I see it now. It just came across the screen. Not y'all screen, my screen. Breaking news. Oh, snap. Josh Taylor versus Terrence Bud Crawford, top ranked ESPN Plus this fall, Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I believe.
Let's go.
Slick.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Not no, we going to take them all. Take all the chips. And then let them go again. Just say, here, y'all can have them back. Wait a minute, though. Wait. Josh's fight. Josh got to come up.
Josh can stay where he's at.
I'm saying, why would Bud go down?
Or they're going to fight at a catchweight.
Because what? That's 140.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't Josh 140? Somebody let me know. Josh 140, which is where he come from. Which is what? Like welterweight, ain't it? Ain't that welterweight?
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. Let me look this up.
Because that means if he go down, if Bud go down and take them belts, he gonna be a 2-time unified champ, undisputed champ in that division. 2-time
light welterweight.
Yay! But I would want Josh if the belts are gonna come up. But if he chooses to go down, he will be a 2-time undisputed champion in that weight division. That's crazy, bro.
Josh is fighting at 147.
Oh, he coming up. So is Josh letting the belts go? We talking to our inside man. I'm sorry, y'all. Well, our insider is hitting us up and he be letting us know the news, man. Ooh, and Josh gonna come up, bro. I want Josh gonna hold on to them belts though, because it's probably one time.
Hold on to those belts.
Yeah, because you know, Bud is maybe leaving Top Rank. So
ain't no maybe. I don't see a situation. You know what? I actually do see a situation where he stays.
Hey, we said Tiafimo was gonna leave. Tiafimo went around, signed an extension with him, started talking all that smack. Talked all that smack. Tia, why you do that to us? More info coming soon. Okay. That's what's up. Y'all heard it first.
Oh shit.
Y'all heard it first. Over on GMT Boxing in the red corner, boxing with Polo J. You heard it first.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all never know when some good stuff coming through here, man. Yeah, you ain't lying. And if that's October, that's gonna be great with your rival. Because this is the date. Tank put on Twitter that he's gonna fight in October. We've got info that is really they shooting for December for Tank. But if it on Christmas Day, but if he do fight in October, this will be a fight to go against PBC then. 9 times 10 they're gonna air the same day. Watch. Hey, on everything. This is gonna be crazy, bro. Chappelle, what's happening, my man? That's gonna be crazy.
For all those of you who are just now coming in or late, apparently Bud versus Josh Taylor. We could go ahead and say October because that's usually,
That's usually when they crack off right fall. So, and Josh Post is supposed allegedly coming up to 147. That's crazy.
Now it's going to be in Vegas. Oh.
We don't read that part. Don't read that part.
Oh, I'm not.
Yes, from boop 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 boop. Insider contact came through as he was boop 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 boop. Okay. Yep. Yes, it's official.
It is
allegedly. This is real. Yeah, we got names we can't say out loud. We'll get them in trouble. So, breaking news: Josh Taylor versus Terrence Bud Crawford on ESPN Plus this fall. Josh is coming up to 147. The question is he letting them belts go?
That's the big question.
B said, do we think Josh has a chance? Yeah, Josh has a chance, but any man with two hands got a fighting chance. The question is Do I think he gonna win? Heck no. No, bro. That dude Reach is stupid again. But Reach, man, I want to look their stuff up, but the show supposed to be over with y'all. But we may have to come back and talk about this again, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But I'm letting you know now. Letting you know now. Will that fight take place? Dude, I'm telling you, something telling me the arm reach is going to be significant. B, I'm going to put my money. Well, I like betting on underdogs and go against my own will because it pay more. But I'm sorry. I ain't trying to laugh, but that fight right there gonna be ridiculous. And see that, look, people talking about stuff. That's a huge fight, believe it or not.
That actually is
because Bud could fight Josh, lose. I think he got the WBA or WO, one of them, and Josh could sit on that belt and his other belts, or stay up there and let the other ones go. Because sometimes they make him let the other ones go if he keep that other belt. But, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
This is
That's what's up, man.
What a
we need some good
day.
news like that. Need some good news like that.
We way over what we was.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, top ranking PBC plan, man. That's what promoters do.
Mm-hmm.
It's based off y'all, the fans. Mm-hmm. What y'all want, and the thing is not just what you want. It's like it's statistics. They be trying to see who do this, who do that. Just like we just realized, CHARLO had a pay-per-view was like 3 years ago, and my dude got 3 belts and ain't been back on pay-per-view yet. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought Earl said, yeah, Earl said it, but he can't say that why he ain't fought Pacquiao yet. Pill next year will happen probably. No, that fight got to happen this year because the Bud. Oh, you talking about the Earl fight, the Earl and Bud? Yeah, that may happen like next year. Yeah, that may happen next year.
Okay.
He trying to keep Crawford.
Apparently, Josh Taylor probably turned down the Christmas Day with Gervonta.
Oh, they was trying to fight Josh Taylor on Christmas.
Yeah.
Not Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to take a bit of news back with remember we just said it was rumored that Gervonta was trying to fight on Christmas Day. He was trying to fight Josh Taylor on Christmas Day. Okay. Now that's why he's talking October because he's trying to fight Ryan Garcia now. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's cleared up. Also, so that's why Josh Taylor is going to fight Bud Crawford. He chose to fight Bud Crawford.
Ooh,
he said Bob had to do something to keep Crawford. Josh Taylor ain't the name he want. Mm-hmm. The name Bud wanted was Pacquiao, and that fight could have happened. That
fight could have been in happen.
That was Bob. Bob said he didn't see it making no money, so he didn't make it happen. But initially, Pacquiao was supposed to fight Bob. Pacquiao had picked Bud. I said fight Bob. Pacquiao had picked Bud. Mm-hmm. When Bob Arm was messing that deal up, then he went to Earl. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody said, Chappelle. Bud should just go to PBC. But that don't mean them dudes will fight him neither, though.
That doesn't mean anything at the end of the day.
That just gonna make him look bad. If he go over there and them dudes still won't fight him, shame on them.
I think at this point, only got one fight left. Right?
No, Bud got. No, yeah, he got one fight. Yeah, okay. I thought he meant in him, like in his career. Yeah, he got one fight on Top Rank, and then everybody gonna be itching to see what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just stepping in here, man, y'all hit that like button one time for our respective channels, please.
Please.
You know what I mean?
It goes a long way.
For real.
We got stuff going on, man. Some stuff that we can't even tell y'all about right now.
For real.
Going on and the support that y'all show keeps us motivated to a certain extent to do this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Christmas Day is such a good day. I'm hoping for something big. Yeah, man, that would have been dope.
That would be
a fight on Christmas, bro.
Think about it. They already
so
they show college football. Mm-hmm. They have basketball
all day.
They have the NFL.
Yep.
And then the nightcap as a pay-per-view fight.
That would be hard. All the kids gotta go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. I'm gonna give you your toys back to Santa. Go to bed.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
I promise you.
That eggnog gonna have to be refilled
real quick. You.
Red. I can't stand Bob. Bob ain't that bad, Chappelle.
Man, I watched Chappelle. I know why he said that. I watched that Four Kings, Chappelle. I know why you said that, man.
I still haven't seen it.
It's good, bro. You got to.
Jeez. God,
that'd be nice, man. So the big news out, man. We're going to have to close out the show. Hey, we did a late show today. We got on 9:00, so forgive us because we was attending at 3. We was attending the presser for the JERMELL CHARLO versus Brian Castano. If you're late getting the show, please rewatch it, share it, put it on your Facebook. You know what I mean?
Instagram, Twitter, share it.
Right, and stay tuned for
this. You put it out there the more people can come this way, so they can pick up on what you guys are up on.
There you go, and the news clips, man. Like I said, stay tuned for news clips. But this is our official show. We are the judges table, man. So, like I said, hit that like button on y'all way out. All right.
Oh, be easy. Anything else?
No, I ain't got nothing else.
Well, okay. Check on my page. I'm going to start posting articles on there. If you guys like to read,
tell them where it's at on there though.
You could go on my page in the red corner box, and you could go to the discussions part of my page, and I will be dropping more and more articles on there. So you're gonna see the face of everything slick a lot more often, and you're gonna start to read my words a lot more often.
Right. So 9 p.m. You say you like it at 9 p.m. What y'all think? Is 9? We'll discuss it. Cause we was trying to do it around 3, but maybe prime time may be better. We don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe more like 8ish. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. B. We'll figure it out. All right. We'll take a vote on it or something. All right.
Community vote.
Yeah, we'll do a community vote or something. And we'll do it like that. Y'all just make sure y'all tune in so y'all get your votes in on it. All right. And we'll start going on that day. Like I said, we are the one and only the judges table. If you see somebody else saying it, you know where they got it from. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And remember this, y'all already know I got to leave y'all with something. Clowns are clowns for a reason, for entertainment. All right? Period. We up out of here. Oh, man, that dude on my screen. Hold on. Now I'm playing with B. Y'all be easy. Deuces.